Shalom, everyone. Shalom, 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 and peace. This is Noah Banyasha Allah. Um, my Babylonian slave name is Timothy Leon Smith, and this message right here for the brothers and sisters who have been called unto the ministry of setting up quivers for the king's arrows. Here's a little background on myself. I'm not rich by any stretch of the imagination, not even on paper. Okay, I, I have opportunity at times to live a little bit more than paycheck to paycheck, but the Most High just really isn't calling me to do much saving. Um, there's things that need to be done, and they need to be done quickly. Um, I am 42 years old, and never really had any real money or pull or anything of that nature, but the Most High has called me to do a work while I'm still on this earth, and it will be done primarily in Africa, on that beloved continent. He's given me a heart to love that area. Heck, that's where I come from, though I've never seen it. It was a dream given to me years ago, that I was to have a school, and it was a beautiful school, and we were all worshiping in a crowd. My wife and myself, my family, a huge crowd was worshiping, and I was holding a beautiful child that was mine but not mine. Um, that dream has stuck with both me and my wife for years. No, I'm not a teacher. Um, not act. Um, I haven't gone to school for teaching. I love to teach. Um, I have the ability to organize. I don't have a lot of money. There's nothing about me that stands out, just to be honest with you. But I have a zeal to do the Most High's will, and I'm a softy for babies. Um, and it seems like that Most High has called me in such a time to where I really don't have a lot of time to learn my trade, what He has called me to do. Um, this is one of the reasons why I am here right now. I was getting my business in order. Just launched a new business called Akkad Inc. And then this came about, and I had to take it because this was not me. I didn't expect to be involved with three, possibly four quivers at the same time. As a matter of fact, an orphanage was the furthest thing from my mind, but I knew immediately when it came up that this was what the Most High was preparing me for this whole time. So I hopped on it. But I'll let you all know I have a wife, I have 5 boys, I have 4 girls, and next month, most high willing, I'll have baby number 5, or daughter number 5, for a total of 10 children. So I'm not rich, not monetarily so. My quiver is full, and the Most High has always found a way for me to take care of my babies. He has always found a way. Um, I remember I lost my job in Virginia once, and I went to North Carolina. At that time, I had 4 children, and I ended up working a job that was paying 7 something an hour. Then I'm, or yeah, something to that effect. And then had another, child or two, and ended up getting a job that was paying 8 something an hour. And then got a child or two, and ended up getting a job that paid 16 something an hour. Got a job, got a child or two, and now I have a job that is paying me close to 6 figures a year. Now, anyone who lives in the United States knows that after taxes, $100,000 a year really is not much money. But you're looking at a man that in less than 10 years' time was going from 6 something an hour to this amount of money. That's a miracle in and of itself. Um, we've had plenty of stressful moments, many times when I wanted to give up or do something illegal, something unpleasing to the Most High, but I stayed strong, um, stayed in His will, and as you can see um, by the testimony, that He always makes a way. I don't think that this will be any different with these quivers. These are his children, and He will always make a way. But I will let you all know that I am not rich, not at all. I have things in the house that needs fixing. I have things on my car that needs fixing. Babies always need some new shoes. Um, and it would appear that this job that I've been blessed with may close its doors soon. So whatever we do, we have to do quickly. Um, for people that are in the know about monetary issues, um, the world's economy, not just the United States, but the world's economy, is quickly folding up, and it will soon become time to take the mark of the beast or not eat. So these are things we really have to be mindful of. We cannot play. Um, I am using this as a platform to show you all that love and loyalty to one another and the Father and the King is going to be the new gold. That's the new currency. The Ruach is the new currency. Yeah, gold does well when the economy falls, but gold itself, in and of itself, is nothing. What happens if somebody steals it? The true gold is you. And knowing that you and I are one, Akkad, that's the true currency. That we are the body of Christ. And knowing that we are the body of Christ, and Christ said that He and the Father is one, that we should not fear anything. That all we have to do is pray, and the body will be nourished. Now, what I plan on doing, the list that I have for my family, to somewhat have a buffer of protection against such times, I want all of the Quivers to have as well. I want for you all to have a ham radio, which is a radio that shoots out signals across the world, around the world. I'm in America, I could speak to a brother in Africa. I could speak to a brother in Japan. I could speak all over the world if I wish with that ham radio. In case the cell towers go down and internet's no more good, we can still speak one with another. They can get pretty expensive. Um, I'm not really asking for you all to assist in that. My brothers that are in Africa right now, I understand money constraints. The main burden that I will lay upon you all is to get your infrastructure in place. And what I mean by getting your infrastructure in place, it means that we have to get it to where you are self-sustaining and you don't need any extra money to feed yourself and the children. Um, the reason being is because it becomes a drain on your brothers that are here, and we have to move towards bigger and better things. Um, we can get bigger and better things in place if we're not so much worried and focused upon food all the time, if you get what I mean. I understand that's a need, brothers, that is not an accusation against you all. I love you all and the great work that you do. Um, just know that you have brothers here in the United States that eventually will have to go to your countries for refuge. They will come back to the motherland for refuge. And so, brothers and sisters who know what is happening and see the writing on the wall for the judgment of this wicked country that many of us call Babylon, we will come back to the places from which we were taken. So now you all have an added responsibility to make sure that there is something in place for them to come back to. So this is the crux and the spirit behind everything that I do, all that I give. Um, just know um, that it is not because I am rich monetarily that I give, but because it's something that needs to happen for both my brethren that are here and for even just myself and my family. So I will not stop taking my hand off of the plow. I will not stop doing that. I must keep driving on. The 5-year plan. Right now, I have a son that's in training right now for carpentry. We will also have electrician. We will be training electricians. We will be training plumbers. We will be training water purifiers. We will be training blacksmiths. We will be training welders. Um, we plan on having these sorts of things at our disposal to train the arrows that are in the quiver, so that we can send forth these things throughout the communities and also throughout the countries and also throughout the world. Um, We're going to have to get rid of a lot of our Western mindsets of monetary compensation. It's not going to. It's not going to. It's not going to matter. Our money's not going to be worth a hill of beans soon. Only thing that's going to matter is love and what you actually know and what you can help build with. So we're in training right now to learn these things. Um, I want to be able to get the shipping containers up, the homes. We're learning that right now. There's a lot of people out there that are into this. They're very good at it. They have the equipment. Us, not so much. But we will be getting into it. We're jumping out on faith, and we'll be getting into that. And my goal is to be able to set up these sorts of housing for the um, for the people that are in need. Setting up solar panels. You also need to get a fishery. Now, this is something that when I get over there, most high willing, um, we will be able to get something like this done. There, we can get a fishery, maybe a half acre, along with the droppings from the chickens and the droppings that come from the fish. That goes in with the water. Not, of course, not our drinking water. I'm talking about the water that is going to be pushed out throughout the gardens that's coming from the fish tanks. Very, very good for the soil. All right. And we will set up an ecosystem of sorts to where you'll have a good garden. Um, you'll have fish to eat, and you'll have chickens. Um, we'll have goats and sheep as well. Um, we all have to put in work. It's going to be hard work, but we'll never again have to worry about asking anyone else to give us something to eat. We will have it. We will also learn how to use medicines that the Most High gave. The herbs of the ground are there for for medicinal purposes. We have to start using what the Most High gave, because modern medicine now is only meant to keep you alive long enough to be a slave to them. It's not there to cure anything. And in many times they use it to kill you. There's a war right now that a lot of people don't know. And there's been a lot of people who have been fighting against modern medicine and coming up with cures. They've been turning up dead. Because they don't want you to know this. They don't want you to know that Ebola has been created to destroy you. Remember, Sister Ann, what I was telling you about Ebos being being Hebrews, Ebola River. That's why they call it the Ebola virus, because that's where it was first originated, was off of the Ebola River. That showed you that the Ebos were there. So these are the things that we have to be mindful of. We have to know how to heal ourselves, um, pray, fast. Fasting does excellent things for the immune system. It resets your immune system. It makes it strong again. Using the herbs that the Most High created. Using the fruits, using the vegetables. Loving your brothers, loving the world. Hatred causes sickness. Keeping your, not keeping yourself clean causes disease. These are the things that we have to start gearing ourselves more towards if we're going to make it past the trying times. Money should not be an object. I love you all. I think that some people need to be compensated, but at the same time, I'm really truly looking for the ones who are looking for their compensation when the king comes. Your compensation should be in the fact that you are protecting the Most High's children. And while you're doing that, while you're creating an infrastructure and a place of protection for them, you know that you are going to have a place of protection. And know that you got brothers the world over who feel the same as you, and all you have to do is call. All you have to do is message, and if they have it, they'll give it because they have the same spirit that you have. This workforce system that we have now, work for money, and so that we may live like everyone else, that's been a deception of the enemy that he's been pushing out to the world, and that deception is about to end soon. Now, what I'd like to see done, brothers, I understand what you're saying about being able to purchase land. I'm a firm believer in that. But if anyone does not have the money right now to purchase land, will take the borrowed stuff until we can come up with that money. Because right now, what's most important is that we're producing food, that we're able to get shelters. Um, I plan on getting the shipping containers going within the next couple of years. We still have some training and some money issues that we need to get up for that. I'm going to start pounding Facebook and all the social media that I'm a part of, and also knocking on doors to get this thing going. So hopefully within 5 years, we'll have the shipping containers up. We'll have shipping container school. We'll have male and female dormitories. We'll have beds for everyone, and this is for all of the quivers. I would like for us to have ham radios for all of them, a place for communications, ham radio, um, some sort of a security measures. We do not want it to. We want some sort of security measure in place so that just any old person with an AK-47 or machete just can't come in and do what they list to our babies. No, we're not warlords. We're not assassins. We're not warriors. But we are called to protect our children, our family, widows, orphans, the weak. Um, I would like to have a medical facility in place, um, but most of our medical facilities we are going to run. We'll get trained people to come and train us, and then we'll take care of it. A lot of the sicknesses that tend to hit third world countries are sicknesses that come from Western medicine. So, with that being said, brothers, we have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. We're going to need one place where we can discuss such things. I will be bringing a few other people that's part of my council in, and we can all discuss what possibly needs to be done. Yeah, I cherish you all. Um, I will also be incorporating this this endeavor with the U.S. books, and the reason being is because you're more likely to be able to get loans. You're more likely to be able to. You'll get more credibility on the world stage with a corporation, and the corporation is going to be called the King's Quivers, and we want our goal is to have 100% of the money that is given to have 100% minus taxes, of course, 100% of it to go towards the children. So we will not be doing a 501c3. The reason why we will not be doing a 501c3 is because 501c now anyone who does not know what a 501c3 is, that means tax exempt status. Um, you will become a nonprofit organization. And the reason why we will not be doing a nonprofit organization or 501c3 is because you pay the cost to be the boss. Okay? And whenever a government decides that they will allow you not to pay taxes, they want something in return. And it's usually not something that the Most High would intend for us to capitulate on. So we will do as Christ told us, or our Messiah, our Mashiach, told us to do. And he says, give unto Caesar what is his, but give unto the Father what is his. What belongs to the Father are those children. So he could have his filthy lucre with his face and name all over it. Let the Father have his souls. So this is my take. Um, Elder Samuel, Elder Daxon, um, Auntie Bev, Akin Kun in Ghana. We all gonna come together and we're gonna work this beautiful work. And the Most High is gonna bless it because this is what He has given me, and not just me. Anyone that is part of this, He's given us this mandate, and it's been on us for a while, or we wouldn't be doing it right now. We would not have crossed paths. Um, that secret meeting place, Sister Ann, where me, you, and Daxon had some talks earlier. I think we should open that up to everyone that is going to be part of the King's Quiver, and that will be the place where we discuss our needs, our wants, our dreams, our challenges, um, our victories. Don't forget to put the victories in there because this is hard work, and we love to see the victories. Um, put that on those on that page. Make that this is just for the inner circle, the people that are actually working um, towards this end, and we can. I I think that'll help streamline our communications because with the work that I'm doing now, I have my own household as well that I have to spend some time with because on my job I'm gone 50-60% of the time. So with that, it'll make it easier for us to communicate. It'll make it a lot less time consuming and a lot less confusing. I believe that, oh, another thing as well, anyone that is ahead of a quiver should be a member of the board, okay, with equal say. So, Elder Daxon, I know that you're in charge of both the Kenya and the Tanzania um, Quivers. I would really like to see um, you mentor ahead of a person that is physically there in the Tanzania portion, and then set them up as the head of that particular quiver. Um, this way, this way, they get the training that they need. Um, we have to start mentoring for leadership roles throughout Africa. I believe that a lot of our people um, have developed a sit back and let somebody else figure it out approach, and it has not been working very well for us. Or you'll have a great monolithic type leader, um, very charismatic, very capable, but as soon as the enemy take them out, we're back lost again. We should be like, you probably haven't seen the old movie called The Blob. We should be like The Blob. You can shoot at it, you can hack at it, you're not going to do anything to it. Our head is in the heavens, so they can't get to him. We should be like The Blob. If something happens to me, most high forbid, someone should be able to easily slide into that position, and the mission continues. Like ants, they're all guided by the mission. This what makes them powerful. Remember the ant, thou sluggard, or consider the ant, thou sluggard. So, with that, I bid you all love, shalom, and akad.